Hello student, today we learn about the rational number. Rational number, what is rational number and how we solve the different problems of the rational number. So in previous class we read the number system. In number system there is natural number. What is natural number? So all the counting number are called the natural number. Natural number, all the counting number 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, these are called the natural number. Then we also learn about the whole number. Whole number, a number which is natural. All the natural number along with 0 are called the whole number. And next, integer. All the whole number with negative of the natural number are called the integer. All the whole number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, these are whole number. And if we take negative of the natural number, that is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so these are called the integer. Right side of the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are called the positive integer, and negative side of the left side of the 0 are called the negative integer. So here left side of the 0 all numbers are negative integer, and right side of the 0 all numbers are positive integer. 0 is also integer, but this is neither positive nor negative. In previous class we also read the fraction. What is fraction? A number which can be written in the form of a upon b, where a and b are whole number and the whole number b should not be equal to 0. That is called the fraction. Means fraction can be written in the form of numerator and denominator. This is called the numerator and b is called the denominator. So this is in fraction form, and numerator and denominator both should be whole number, but one condition is there, the denominator should not be equal to 0. So similarly, now we read about the rational number. So what is rational number? So rational number we define. Rational number, a number which can be expressed in the form of p upon q, where p and q both should be integer and q should not be equal to 0. Rational number. What is rational number? A number which is written in the form of p upon q, and in fraction numerator and denominator should be whole number, and here p and q means numerator and denominator both p and q both should be integer. Integer means either positive or negative, and numerator may be 0, but denominator q should not be equal to 0. So it is clear that rational number can be written as p upon q in this form, and p and q means numerator and denominator is integer and denominator should not be equal to 0. So this is called the rational number. So today we learn about the different properties of the rational number. So first of all we discuss about the different properties of the rational number and different type of the rational number. So rational number is in the form of p upon q. pq are integer and q should not be equal to 0. Rational number is two type. One is positive rational number and second is negative rational number. For example, 2 upon 9. So this is positive rational number where numerator and denominator both are positive. If we write 6, so this is also a rational number. Yes, this is also rational number because 6 can be written as 6 upon 1 and the denominator is 1 and numerator is 6. So this is numerator upon denominator. This is called the rational number. 0 is also rational number because 0 can be written as 0 upon 1 or 0 upon any number 1, 2, 3, 4 or any number 0 upon any number. Why denominator should not be equal to 0? Because if we write any number, consider 5 upon 0, so it is not defined. 5 upon 0 is not defined. If we divide by 0 in 5, so 0, 0 5s are 0, then 5 and 5 5 so many time, 2 2 so many time, so it is not defined. So 5 upon 0 is not defined. And if we write 2 upon minus 9, so this is also an integer. 2 upon minus 9, so this is also integer and this is called the negative integer. So it is clear that the rational number is either positive or negative. It may be 0 because 0 is also rational number and it can be written as 0 upon 1. What is equivalent rational number? Equivalent rational number. We discussed about this equivalent rational number. We read in previous class equivalent fraction are like fraction whose denominators are equal. And in equivalent rational number, in any rational number, if we multiply by the same integer in numerator and denominator and the resultant rational number is called the equivalent rational number. For example, 2 upon 3. If we multiply by 3 in numerator and denominator, so this will be 2 3s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. So 6 upon 9 is equivalent fraction or equivalent rational number of 2 upon 3 because this, if we write 6 upon 9 in the standard form, so it will be exactly divisible by 3. 3 2s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. So the original form of 6 upon 9 is also equal to 2 upon 3. So equivalent rational number means if we multiply by the same integer in numerator and denominator, then we get a rational number and that rational number is always equal to the original rational number when we write in the standard form or in simplest form. So it is clear what is the equivalent rational number. Next, absolute value. Absolute value of a rational number. So what is the absolute value of rational number? If we take the absolute value of any rational number, so its numerical value is always positive. For example, the absolute value of 2 upon 3 is always equal to 2 upon 3. And similarly, absolute value of minus 2 upon 3 is always equal to plus 2 upon 3. In both situations, the numerical value is positive, means this is called the absolute value of 2 upon 3 can be written as absolute value of 2 upon absolute value of 3, and this can be written as 2 upon 3. And similarly here minus 2, this is absolute value of minus 2 upon absolute value of 3, which is equal to 2 upon 3, because the absolute value of any negative integer is always positive. So absolute value of any rational number is always a positive rational number. Next, properties of the rational number. Today we learn about the different properties of the rational number. So properties of a rational numbers. So there are different properties of the rational number. For example, closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, and additive identity of the rational number, additive inverse of the rational number, multiplicative identity of the rational number, and multiplicative inverse of the rational number. So first property we read closure property of rational number. Closure property of rational number. What is closure property? So there are different type of the closure property. For the addition, there is closure property for the addition, closure property for the multiplication, closure property for the subtraction, and closure property for the division. So one by one we discuss. First is addition. So closure property of the addition state that if we add the two rational number, then it will be always a rational number. For example, a upon b plus c upon d is always equal to a rational number. So we take one example, 3 upon 5 plus 7 upon 5, which is equal to, if the how we add the rational number, if the denominators are same, then we write a common denominator and add the numerator. 3 plus 7, that is 10. So 10 upon 5, which is equal to 2, or 2 upon 1. So when we add any two rational number, then their sum is always a rational number. So the closure property for addition it is true. Second, for subtraction, closure property for subtraction, if we subtract the two rational number, so we get the rational number. For example, a upon b minus c upon d is equal to a rational number. A rational number. Take example. So 7 upon 5 minus 3 upon 5. Denominators are same. So when we subtract them, so as a common denominator, because denominators are equal, so 7 minus 3, that is 4. 4 upon 5. So when we subtract two rational number, then we get a rational number. So it is clear that subtraction also hold the closure property. Third, multiplication. We check that multiplication hold the closure property of the rational number or not. So what is the multiplication of the two rational number? Consider a upon b into c upon d. So it should be a rational number. A rational number. We take example 3 by 5 into 4 upon 7. So when we multiply two rational number, so the numerator multiply with numerator and denominator multiply with denominator. So 3 4s are 12 and 5 7s are 35. So 12 upon 35 is also a rational number. So it means the multiplication is also satisfy the closure property of the rational number. Next, division. Next, division. Fourth one, division. Division. A upon b divided by c upon d. When the two rational number divide each other, then it should be a rational number, but one condition is there, that c upon d should not be equal to 0. Means division of two rational number also gives a rational number, but condition is that c upon d should not be equal to 0. For example, 3 by 4 divided by 2 by 3. So 3 upon 4 divide will convert. We divide the two rational number or two fraction. When we convert the divide into multiply, then this will be reciprocal. Means 2 upon 3 will be 3 upon 2. So 3 3s are 9 and 4 2s are 8. So when we divide the two rational number, the result will be a rational number. But at the place of 2 upon 3, if we put 3 upon 4 divided by 0, so it will be not defined. Any number divide by 0, so the result is not defined. So one condition is there for the closure property, c upon d should not be equal to 0. So first property we read closure property of rational number, in which it hold the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Next property, commutative property. Commutative property of rational number. Second property, commutative property of rational number. So we check it hold the addition closure property, satisfy the addition of any two rational number. What is closure property? Yes, so addition hold the commutative property. It means a plus b, a upon b plus c upon d is equal to c upon d plus a upon b. Means we change the order of the both rational number, so we get the commutative property of addition. Example, 1 upon 2 plus 3 upon 2 is equal to 3 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2. We change the order, so 3 plus 1, the denominator, common denominator, we take 2 and 3 plus 1 4, 4 upon 2 is equal to common denominator and we add the numerator. 3 plus 1 4, 4 upon 2. So this is true for the addition. It means commutative property hold the addition. Next, second one, subtraction. A upon B minus C upon D is equal to C upon D minus A upon B. We check whether the subtraction also hold by the commutative property, yes or no. So it cannot be hold, because if we take one example, 1 upon 2 minus 3 upon 2 is equal to 3 upon 2 minus 1 upon 2. So common denominator is 2 and 1 minus 3 is minus 2, and which is equal to 3 upon 2 minus 1 upon 2. So common denominator 2, 3 minus 1 is 2. So here minus 2 upon 2, that is minus 1, is equal to 2 upon 2, that is plus 1. So it never be equal, minus 1 and plus 1. So we write here not equal to everywhere. So subtraction not satisfy the closure property. Next, we check for the multiplication and division. So closure property hold the multiplication. Third, A upon B into C upon D is equal to C upon D into A upon B. We take any example. 3 upon 4, 3 upon 4 into 5 upon 3 is equal to 5 upon 3 into 3 upon 4. So here left hand side 3 cancel, or we can write numerator multiply by numerator, that is 5 3 is 15 upon 4 3 is 12, which is equal to 5 3 is 15 and 3 4 is 12. So we change the order. A upon B is first and we write A upon B here last, and C upon D will be second, and here C upon D we write first. So when we change the order in case of the multiplication, so multiplication also satisfy by the commutative property. Next, division. So in commutative property only addition and multiplication satisfy, and subtraction and division also not satisfy. You can check division also not satisfy the commutative property. Next, so first property we read closure property, second is commutative property, and the next one is associative property. Next, third one, associative property. So what is associative property? If we take any three number, consider 2 plus 3 plus 4, and here other side also 2 plus 3 plus 4, and we take last two in group, and here we take first two in group, so it also satisfy the, this is called the associative property, and we check the addition satisfy the associative property or not. So 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is 7, and here 2 plus 3 is 5 and plus 4, 7 to 9, and 5 plus 4 is 9. It means if we change the grouping of any three number, so the addition satisfy the associative property. Means in case of the addition, the three rational number, consider A upon B plus C upon D plus E upon F is always equal to A upon B plus C upon D plus E upon F. It means when we take last two and here first two, so it also satisfy the associative property. Second, multiplication multiplication also satisfy the associative property because multiplication here a upon b into c upon d into e upon f is equal to a upon b into c upon d into e upon f. So here we take first two in group and here we take last two in group, and it also satisfy multiplication. We take one example, 1 upon 2 into 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 4. Here 1 upon 2 into 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 4. So first two we take in group and here last two we take in group. So that is 1 2 is 2 and 3 2 is 6, or we can cancel here 2 2. So 1 upon 3 into 3 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 2. 3 3 cancel and 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4 into 1 upon 2. Here 3 3 cancel, 1 upon 4 is equal to 1 1 is numerator multiply by numerator 1 and denominator multiply by denominator. So 1 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 4. It means in case of the multiplication, if we change the order of the groups, so the result will be same. So associative property hold the addition and multiplication. In both case the associative property is true. Associative property always applicable for the three rational number. Next one, distributive property. Next fourth property is distributive property. So distributive property of multiplication over addition. So what is the distributive property of multiplication over addition? We take three number, consider 2 into x plus 4. So here 2 is multiplied on x plus 4. So first we multiply 2 into x and then plus sign, and then once again to multiply with second term, that is 2 into 4. So 2 into x, that is 2x plus 2 into 4 is equal to 2 4 is 8. So distributive property of multiplication over addition state that a upon b into c upon d plus e upon f is always equal to a upon b first rational number multiply with second. It means a upon b into c upon d, and then plus sign a upon b into second number e upon f. We take one example, 3 upon 4 into 1 upon 2 plus 2 upon 3. So once we multiply 3 upon 4 into 1 upon 2 and then plus sign, and 3 upon 4 once again multiply with 2 upon 3. So we see 3 upon 4 into 1 upon 2 plus 3 upon 4 into 1 upon 2. So 3 upon 4 into 1 upon 2, product of the two rational number, numerator into numerator and denominator multiply by denominator. 3 1s are 3 and 4 2s are 8 plus 3 1s are 3 plus 4 2s are 8. Here the denominators are same. 3 upon 4 multiply by 2 upon 3 here, 2 upon 3. So 3 2 is 6, 3 2 is 6 upon 4 3 is 12. So we take the LCM of 8 and 12, which is 24. LCM is 24, 8 3 is and 3 3 is 9 plus 12 2 is 24, means this LCM is divided by this denominator, so 24 divided by 12, the result is 2, and we multiply with 6. 2 6 are 12, so 9 plus 12, that is 21 upon 24. So this is distributive property of multiplication over addition, and similarly distributive property of multiplication over subtraction we can solve. Here at the place of plus sign we write minus sign and calculate the rational number. This next, additive identity. Next, fifth one, additive identity. In any rational number, if we add 0, consider a upon b plus 0 is equal to a upon b, or 0 plus a upon b, which is always equal to a upon b. If we add 0 in any rational number, so the result is same rational number. So 0 is called additive identity, and this is also called the zero property of the rational number. Next, sixth one, additive inverse. Additive inverse. If we add the two rational number in which a upon b plus negative sign of the same rational number, that is minus a upon b, then result will be 0. So both are called the additive inverse of each other. So what is the additive inverse of 3 upon 4? What is the additive inverse of 3 upon 4? So this is positive rational number, then negative of the rational number, that is minus 3 upon 4. So additive inverse of 3 upon 4 is minus 3 upon 4, and 3 upon minus 3 upon 7, what is the additive inverse of this number? Minus 3 upon 7, that is 3 upon 7. Next, multiplicative identity. Next is multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity means if we multiply by 1 in any rational number, consider a upon b multiply by 1, the result is a upon b. So one is called multiplicative identity. Similarly, multiplicative inverse. Next one, multiplicative inverse. 5 by 7. If we multiply by reciprocal of this rational number, that is 7 upon 5, so the result will be 7 7 cancel and 5 5 cancel, the result is 1. So multiplicative inverse is also known as reciprocal, means 3 upon 4. Multiplicative inverse of 3 upon 4 is 4 upon 3. So this is called the multiplicative inverse. What is the multiplicative inverse of minus 3 upon 4? Just we change the denominator as a numerator and numerator as a denominator. So minus 4 upon 3. This is called the additive. This is called the multiplicative inverse. Next one, the rational number. Next, rational number between the two rational number, representing a rational number between two rational number. Consider The two rational number is given 3 upon 4 and minus 3 upon 4 and 3 upon 4. We have to represent the five rational number between this two rational number. So we make the common denominator, consider 3 upon 2. So we multiply by, what is the LCM of 2 and 4? That is 4. So minus 3 upon 4 into 1 is equal to minus 3 upon 4, because we make the same denominator. So minus 3 upon 4, and here 3 upon 2 can be written as, in numerator we multiply by 2 and denominator 2 to make the denominator 4. That is 3 2 is 6 upon 4. So between the minus 3 upon 4 and 6 upon 4, we have to write 5 rational number. So minus 2 upon 4, minus 1 upon 4, 0 upon 4, that is 0, and 1 upon 4 and 2 upon 4. So this is 5 rational number between the two rational number, but there may be infinite rational number between two rational number. Next one, represent the rational number on the number line. Next one, represent the rational number on the number line. Last topic, represent a rational number on number line. Represent 2 upon 3 on number line. So what is number line? In middle here is 0, and right side of the 0 is positive numbers, that is 1, 2, 3 and so on, and here left side of the 0 is minus 1, minus 2. We represent 2 upon 3, or you can take 2 upon 5. So first of all, convert this into a decimal, because we check the 2 upon 5 lies between which two number. So 2 upon 5, that is 5 0 ja 0, 2.54 ja 20. So 0.4 more than 0 and less than 1. So this 0.4 lies between the 0 and 1. So we divide 0 to 1 between 0 and 1 into 5 equal parts, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1 part, 2 part, 3 and 4 and 5 equal part. So this is 1 upon 5, this is 2 upon 5, this part is 3 upon 5, 4 upon 5 and 1, this is 5 upon 5. So represent the 2 upon 5 on the number line. So this is 2 upon 5, this point is the 2 upon 5. Thank you.